everybody. This is Bitcoins with Black Lion Kings. We are here. It seems like we are in what seems to be the last leg of the bull market. This is what we have been painstakingly waiting for. Um, it's been a long time. Uh, First thing we want to go over, we're going to go over a little bit of everything. We're going to take a quick look at Bitcoin, and we're going to take a quick look at what we talked about in the last video to get an idea of where we came from and where we're going. So last video we were saying we wouldn't go any lower than 107,300 touch again, and ideally we wanted 111K, and what we end up getting, what we end up getting was 108,500 before we bounced. And if you're in the group watching closely, if you were paying attention, then you would have seen the call around 109,000. Let's see if we can even find it. See award. We were talking about it in the members group. You have to be part of the members group. Yes, it's $25 to join, but that $25 can turn your 100, your 500, your $1,000, your $10,000 into much more a few times a week with the calls that we hand out just on Bitcoin alone. We hand those out. We hand out a few calls a week in the members group, and we call out nearly every trade with Bitcoin with a 5-minute video. Every trade that I take, at least in the Bitcoin's Day Traders preview, that channel is $150 a month. That's our day trading for day traders. Members, we talk about a little bit more medium term, long term, but we were talking about the next level after we hit 109,800, 900 or so. We were looking for 108,400. What we end up getting is 108,600. Actually, let's take a quick look at what we did. The exact number we end up getting. If we can zoom in on it, we end up getting the low. We end up getting 100. Depending on the exchange you are on, 108,700-ish or so. One of my trades activated, and I averaged in and got in around 100. My average is 109,300-ish or so. So in this accumulation zone, you had time to get in, and that is exactly what we talked about in the group. You would have wanted to get in 108,600-ish or so, and we also gave another one. That was after the fact. We give out little shorts if you're willing to short as well. We talked about getting in at 109K. You'd be up pretty convincingly. We are currently at $120,000. We hit 100. What did we hit today? We hit 100, almost $121,000. Right. So ultimately, we're not going to pay too much attention to the low time frames. You can see the green money flow is just building up. That's just on the 1 hour, 4 hours building up. What we're expecting is for price action to just continue to stair step up and get into the oversold, the overbought territory for a while. This has been talked about for a long time. This is what we have been anticipating to happen right around this time. September was kind of flat, and then we had the pullback. Nothing really spectacular happened in the charts compared to market cipher. We got the green dot there. We got the we got the higher low. We got the pull down to 107,300, and then a higher low at 108,700. So nothing spectacular really happened in comparison to market cipher B, which is probably a good thing. That just means we're going as planned. And ultimately, if we zoom out, the 1 day is about to go green itself. The money flow is busting. The white portion is busting open to the top side, and we want to see a breakout from this level and take out the people who were shorting from the 124,000. What was the top? 123,000. Yeah, 123,700 level. There were some exchanges that hit 124,500. So we have some inequities going on with those price. We have some price differentials, arbitrage happening between those. So we want to have a short squeeze and take out those prices. Ultimately, we want to go, as we talked about before, we want to see somewhere between 150K and 166K minimum. And I'll go more in depth and hopefully soon this week on why that is a number for us. But we're moving on from Bitcoin. We're taking a look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance looks like it's accumulating in this zone. This is on the 1 day chart. We have a red dot and what are we calling it? Overbought conditions. Looking for a pullback here. Where would we pull back to? Next level would be somewhere around 56,500. If we can continue this downtrend, we've been knocking this estimation out of the park. Got a rejection from 62, 63% on Bitcoin dominance. Got another rejection here at the value area low of this structure up here. Or sorry, where we at? very low of this structure here, and now we want to see a continued rollover of this action on Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance being how much Bitcoin is taking over the market. Do altcoins move? Altcoins move down when Bitcoin dominance goes up, and vice versa. When Bitcoin dominance heads down, we get altcoins up. And if we are in the final leg of the market, if the market is to end sometime between beginning of November and early December, then we want to see these red candles starting to come down. Okay, DXY dollar, we want to see, as you can see, this is on the 1 day, this is on the 1 week as well, where we got a green dot 1 week, last week ending Sunday. We want to see the money flow continuing up. We're going into overbought conditions. We want to see the dollar continue to turn its nose up as altcoins go up as well. Ethereum, that's an estimation of where we could go. I do believe we're going to go somewhere between 11K and 20K. Ethereum basically is just, I've said this for years, by the way, you'd have to go back to my old videos, but I've said Ethereum just follows Bitcoin's market cap size. Last bull run, Bitcoin went to $1.5 trillion overall, market cap at 69K, and the expectation now is that Ethereum is going to break out to at least somewhere between, well, honestly, somewhere between 12 and 15K. 15K would put it at 1.5 trillion. We definitely want to see Ethereum as a $1 trillion asset by the end of this run. Ethereum will lead the altcoins upwards over the next month or two, as long as the market does run, which is what the top is what we are trying to anticipate, and we'll be watching that very closely. Dogecoin is the indicator, is the market indicator that tells us, don't mind all the lines, Dogecoin is the indicator that tells us where we will be going, or when altcoins will be moving up. And to keep it very basic, I believe, let's see, I have to zoom in for you, huh? Okay, just to say, this was back in 2021. We got this little move up, flag action sideways. We got another accumulation zone. We got an accumulation zone here, and then we got a breakout into May 11th, infamous week of May, first week of May 2021, before Dogecoin peaked out. We called that peak around 78 cents. Some exchanges hit 78 cents, some hit 74 cents. The day that Elon Musk went on SNL to give the secret wink wink to his buddies to get out of Dogecoin at the very peak. Okay, and we said, don't go into Dogecoin, you're gonna get wrecked. And anybody who got in at this point when Elon was talking about Dogecoin proceeded to get wrecked. From there, I believe somebody even put in their life savings that week. So don't do that. But I do believe we are right here in this flag, and I think we are comparatively, we are somewhere. This is on the 2-day. I believe we're somewhere right where this green dot is happening before we end up taking off for the next month. Okay, and I believe that same price action is going to happen, and ultimately I believe it's going to take us to somewhere 600% move typically, and it's going to take us somewhere around $1. So keep your eyes on that. I am in heavy on Doge from 23 cents again. Solana, pretty much just following where Ethereum is going, pretty much the same price action. Go to the 1 day. Right, you get pretty much the same thing, same type of deal going on there. Solana is going to go up with Ethereum. Solana, we want to see it break above 270 to get into the wick of the all-time high of around $295. Ultimately, I think Solana can go to, where do I have it going? I have it somewhere. We'll have to take another look at that. I believe I said it was going to go somewhere to, it can go up to at least, what was I saying? I forget. I don't remember, $700 or something like that. Yeah, that'll happen over the course of the next month. XRP, very simple here. Just follow the orange lines and the yellow lines. We have the trend line coming down here. We hit, what the hell is going on here? We hit the bottom here, or excuse me, broke out of the trend line, broke back down, rode the trend line, popped back up. Then we got another little trend line to follow to mark the breakout, and we have a very similar price action going there. XRP, I have estimated that we would go to, ironically, somewhere around $5.89. Could we get some kind of price action that happened right around here? Are we getting these two accumulation zones before breakout, just like we're doing here on a much more micro stage? Yeah, we could be. High end $23 is where we want to see XRP go to, and I believe that puts, I don't know how many tokens there are in XRP. It's been a long time since I've looked at that number. XRP, where is it? Coins, market cap, XRP, $3. Current market cap is at 181 billion. Rank number 3. Even if XRP follows, let's see, it has 59, we'll say 60 billion tokens circulating. We'll say 100 billion tokens. We're talking about, divide that by, even just following Ethereum, $420 billion market cap. 420 billion, if I could do math, divided by 100 billion. If I could do math, that'd be nice. 100 billion, that'd be $4.20 just to get XRP to Ethereum's old all-time high, or old market cap from 2021, right? So that's what we're looking for XRP. We'll go through precise breakdowns of what that price would look like. Everybody wants that for $589, blah, 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 so on and so forth. If the world economy goes to, if the world money supply hits something around, it's some like quadrillion or quintillion dollars, something unrealistic, it would go to $589. But for meme purposes, we want to see it go to $5.89. That still would be a very good gain from right now at $3. Link, something you want to accumulate over time. Best time to buy in was around $12, $13. And again, on these pullbacks, and it looks like we're going to just keep stair stepping. Ideally, we want to see somewhere around $55 to $75 before it calls it quits. Chainlink is very important for tokenizing the world, tokenizing real world assets. It's the leader. It's been building the longest, and it's been doing the most. And I also call it baby Ethereum. It's just following Ethereum's pattern, not exactly price action wise, but very similar to Ethereum, and it's only under $23 right now. We're looking to break, once we break above this $22.60 mark and break above the all-time high value area low at $25, we should be out of here, and we should be creating this very similar price action somewhere around here where we had the accumulation. And honestly, $75 is a very conservative number for current price action. Ultimately, if we come back after the bull market's done, we don't want to go below $25. So right now is a very good time to buy and hold Chainlink, in my opinion. So as far as the majors, we're going to leave it at that. Everything else is going to follow Bitcoin in this market as we go up, and then ultimately altcoins will run for 3 to 4 to 5 weeks after Bitcoin is done. So thinking of everything we went through, stay vigilant. Don't go all in. If you're using leverage, this is just a little bit of advice. You want your stop loss to be under 74,000. Period. Right? You don't want to overdo it, or sorry, you don't want your liquidation. You want your liquidation price to be under 75,000. You want your stop loss to be under 107K. That's just playing it while we are going parabolic. That would be how you play it safe, right? So we're gonna leave it at that. But again, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. We're all here to benefit from this this final blow off top that should last until November. And look at that, the weekly had a green dot while money flow is continuing to move, a continuation green dot while money flow is continuing to move back up. That looks very good. 2 week looks like we're going to get a little move up. It's about to clip up at the end of the week while money flow has just been absolutely disgustingly stupid and going to the upside, which is very positive even while we're getting lower highs on price action. So even then, we want to see this little heel isn't done yet. Much like this one, we're going to get some similar price action or similar wave action to this one here, where we see a continuation up in price before we end up seeing a drop down in the market. But yeah, we're going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching.